It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, for the Grizzlies, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And tonight, we'll watch De'Aaron Fox, tremendous speed and quickness, even when compared to other point guards, Shaq.
You know, the point guard position in the NBA is stronger than it's ever been. Irons sharpens irons, so I think it'll be special.
Yes, he's speed, and speed does kill. He's a competitor on both ends of the floor. I love this guy.
And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
The Kings play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you live here from Sacramento, California. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. So for the Grizzlies, their last game, a win against the Jazz. And guys, it could have gone either way. Nearly won that one by 2.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
You know, I was surprised to see how comfortable they were in that environment. Shot a very high percentage from way beyond the arc.
Well, tonight, Smitty, some teams that are really struggling. 2 teams looking for answers to their troubles. They hope they find them.
Yeah, Kevin, you're totally right. These 2 teams, when you see, they make adjustments. But when the adjustments don't work, then you start to change the lineup and the rotations and the play call and who's the number 1 option, who's the number 2 option. And then when all that fails, then you start to hear the fan base. They start to come out with those boos. And as an organization, you don't need those.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Memphis, the big men are Green and Gasol. Conley and Selden are the guards. And it's Anderson in at the 3. Now here is Conley. A 20-point game for him in the win against Utah. Selden passes to Gasol. It's rebounded by Randolph. Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff.
Well, Kevin, I talked to him about the shot blockers they face in this matchup. He said if we can play a little more up-tempo and score before their bigs can recover and get set, that'll help. Also, putting them on the move in half-court sets, whether ball screens or screen and roll, can help as well. We'll see if his team executes his game plan, Kevin.
And David, thank you. What do you think, guys? Smart to center their game plan around the opposing defense?
I kind of feel like you have to. This is an opponent so good at taking away the best weapon on the other side. So you have to be ready to come at them in different ways.
This is always an exhausting opponent to play, so it would be huge for them if some of their bench players could step up and contribute today. A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Green with a screen for Conley. Here's Gasol. Here's Green. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Randolph.
You know, the offense has just looked out of sync. Only 1 of 5 from the field.
Here's Cauley-Stein. It's rebounded by Memphis. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. And our early season power rankings, of course, a lot should change over the course of the year, but this is where we stand now. Taking a look at New York, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And looking at Sacramento, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Fox against Conley. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Over Gasol. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Fox against Conley. And Gasol now top of the key. 6 to shoot. Gasol setting the pick for Anderson. Over Bogdanovich. Here's Green. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
And Steve, the way JaMychal Green got here, a terrific story.
Went undrafted, Kevin, did the G League thing, bounced around, but then he started to put it all together. Now he's a guy you can count on to give you good minutes.
One shot.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Fox kicks to Randolph. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. On the wing, Shumpert passes it to Randolph. Over Green, lock at 6.
Nice work on defense there by Green. He has the mobility and has the reach to affect shots.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
A tremendous floor leader. Amazing that Conley's only averaged around 6 assists a game for his career.
Steve, you're talking about Conley, a guy who gives you much more than what you see on the stat sheet.
What he does, he controls the pace, the rhythm, understands how to manage the game, and he does it all with great efficiency.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And in the early part of the season, Steve, teams are usually at their healthiest. How do you maintain that healthy factor throughout the long season?
You know, I love what these organizations are doing, and also players individually. They're getting their rest. They're having the individual trainers on the side. Nutrition has played a huge role right now. And I think for a lot of the younger guys, you can't be afraid to ask the veteran what he's doing. And I think that's what a lot of the veterans right now are taking these young guys under their wing and not only teaching them the skill level on the court, but how to maintain their bodies throughout the season.
Outside Gasol. Anderson outside. Back to Gasol. The 17-footer. That one a little long.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Here's Shumpert. Off target from three-point range.
He is so out of his element right now. Hasn't made a shot all quarter. I feel for him.
Selden passes to Conley. And another miss by Memphis. The Kings leading. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Cauley-Stein dishes to Fox. It's good.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
And so here's Memphis. Conley kicks to Selden. Gasol up top. Back to Conley. 5 to shoot. Gasol, a screen on Fox. Conley's shot is off. Sacramento leading by 3. Fox with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
Fox against Conley. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Again, Conley missing. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Nuggets in Denver. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And how about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends. And let's take a quick look at some stats for De'Aaron Fox. How he performed last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Anderson against Bogdanovich. And it's Green with the jam.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on.
I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Selden passes to Conley. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Mike Conley's so quick with his shot. He's a threat to score as soon as he touches the ball.
Randolph a screen. Fox kicks to Shumpert. Pass to Randolph. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Conley into the lane. Gasol wide open. He fires, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. Jumps up and slam dunk by Shumpert.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Steve, we know plenty of NBA players who are still inconsistent at the free throw line. Just how much of a skill issue is free throw shooting and how much is mental?
You know, I think for a lot of guys that are up in size, just being able to shoot the basketball. I tried it shooting a volleyball when your hands are so big, and that is tough, and that's a skill. But then I see a lot of guys mentally, you can tell is bothering them because they change their routine from year after year. They keep finding different ways. They have to get comfortable, put in the work, and just stick to it. I think they go to too many different these shooting coaches saying, I have a quick fix, and usually it doesn't work, the quick fix.
Now here's McLemore. 11 points for him in that last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Brooks with no one around. Sinks the three-pointer. Brooks has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Farrell to the middle. Here's Bagley. The 10-footer finds the target. Bagley's got his first points in this one.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Jackson. A shot off that time. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Jackson passes to Bagley. Now here's McLemore. Brooks covering. McLemore, no good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Parsons attacking. He dishes it to Mack. And the layup's good off the glass.
And no doubt, both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
Here's Farrell following the score by Memphis. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Parsons. And it's Memphis on the break. Brooks for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
What a good time for the three-pointer. The fast break had the D scattered all over the place.
Farrell kicks to Bagley. Out to the right wing. McLemore, the pass to Farrell. And he gets the bucket.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Memphis leading. Brooks outside. Back to Mack. Parsons for 3. Koufos grabs the miss.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Now here's McLemore. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That's his first foul. Grizzlies shooting just 35% to start the game. And Mack kicks to Parsons. They set the pick. And that's a foul called on Yogi Ferrell. That's his first foul. .127 left to play in the first quarter. Jackson misses. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to Denver.
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs. You know, there's a different little ebb and flow to that one. And I think they just seem to fade down the stretch.
Here's Bagley. He feeds it to Koufos. Banked in off the glass. Koufos has got his first points of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
59 seconds left in the first. Here's Mack. Shot clock at 5. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jackson misses. Sacramento's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Jackson in the corner. The quick look, no good that time.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
Koufos with the block. Brooks kicks to Mack. Shot to stop the drought. That one doesn't drop. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Kings lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
You know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Kings here in this one so far?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Control the boards, and you control the flow of the game.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. They've got Jackson. Brooks is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Sheldon Mack, and it's Brooks in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's McLemore. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Memphis trailing here. And for years, the Memphis Grizzlies defined mid-level success in the NBA, but not last season.
Before last year, they made the playoffs 7 straight seasons. Never played in a championship, but always seemed a player or two short. Now they're finally rebuilding.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. The first free throw is good.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come. He's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor. He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Koufos, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Matt kicks to Jackson. And the pass to Parsons. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Parsons with the easy release to drill home the 3.
Farrell passes to Bagley. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Back to Jackson. And he makes good on the layup. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Parsons.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
Sacramento leading by 3. Farrell kicks to McLemore. Here's Bagley. Back to McLemore. Off target from outside. And Costa Koufos picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Ben McLemore. Memphis also making some changes. Marcus All's checked in for Parsons. Anderson comes in for Brooks. And it's Conley in for Shelvin Mack. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Conley, the pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Whenever a guy is open, Conley will find him. He has a talent for getting the ball to his guys quickly.
Here's Farrell, over by Conley. Farrell kicks to Bagley. Looking for Shumpert, he gets it there. Shot clock at 6. Basket made, that's his 3rd of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
The power, the size, you like to see Shumpert attack the paint more often.
This all a screen. Conley into the lane. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Farrell, over by Conley. Jackson kicks to Farrell. Shumpert against Brooks. Right side Jackson over Anderson. Jackson misses.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
Conley, the pass to Anderson. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pass to Koufos. Back to Farrell. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Koufos. Randolph comes in for Bagley. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Fox in for Farrell. Green, he's checked in for Memphis. Wayne Selden comes in for Dylan Brooks. Fox against Conley. Right side Gasol. Over Cauley-Stein. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
Here's Fox. Jumper trying to free himself up. Fox, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Selden, guarded by Shumpert. Conley gets the bucket.
Like seeing Mike Conley get busy from beyond the arc. When he has space to pull up, he fires the threes.
There's a screen. Passes it to Fox. Here's Bogdanovich. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Memphis on the break. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert.
You know, reading the floor and making the right play. Mike Conley is a true point guard. When you watch Kyle Anderson, he's just a different type of player. Below average athleticism and jump shot. Rare combination in this league, but he can give you a lot. He knows the game.
And talking about Anderson, he's the kind of guy coaches trust to make the right basketball play.
Very, very high basketball IQ. Nice passer with great vision. He can give you quality minutes.
Now here's Randolph. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Close to the hoop, Zach Randolph wreaks havoc. The defense has to do a better job to prevent him from getting that close.
Fox against Conley. Anderson outside. Here's Gasol. And Shumpert pulls it down.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
And Bogdan Bogdanovich, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Steve, you were kind of a positionless player when you played 6'8", highly skilled. Talk about some of the guys who really fit that bill in today's game.
I think guys like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum does a fantastic job. Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, he's done a nice job. Gordon Hayward. Those are the guys that are 6'8", 6'7", can do a lot of different things at that position. One of the best also at that position, Andre Iguodala. To be able to switch out on offense and also play different positions on the offensive end.
Excellent list. Nails the baby hook. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Outside jumper. Randolph with the ball. Now Green defending. Back to Randolph. Grizzlies with the rebound. Green's got his third rebound on the night. Down low. And Anderson gets it to go. And it's a three-point Grizzly lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Fox. That shot off the mark. And it's Memphis the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Up off the screen. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
He has slimmed down a lot from his rookie season. Marc Gasol still strong enough to power through contact.
One shot.
Gasol, no good on the free throw. And Marc Gasol, a force on both ends of the floor. You forget, Greg, that he's won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, Gasol doesn't really wow you on defense with what he does. I mean, he gets blocks, but it's really his positioning and his rotations are what make him so great. Always involved in plays, and he just seems to be able to protect the rim and a terrific team defender.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
He's off on the second.
And for a guy as strong and as athletic as Shumpert is, he really doesn't get to the foul line enough, in my opinion.
And the wide open shot from Green. A three-pointer off the mark. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Shumpert. Anderson with the block.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Inside, Conley, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And you watch Kyle Henderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. Just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense, and wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Fox against Conley. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around it.
And here are the Kings now after Memphis gets the 3. Puts up a 3. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Conley against Fox. Over in the corner, Selden to the inside. Here's Gasol. Misses off the left iron.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a live wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I'd just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
And that one falls for Cauley-Stein. Smitty, looking back in your career, what's the most pressure you've felt in a game?
You know, I think the most pressure, you love to be in those games. I think that's when you strive. I think the most pressure I ever felt, and it wasn't a playoff game, Kevin, or a championship game. It was that very first game as a rookie, because that game you had nothing to compare to, and it was everything you dreamed about. And that first game, you were finally saying, for me, I couldn't get it out of my head. This is my first NBA game. So I think that was the most pressure game I've ever played in.
Gasol sinks that one from the post. Gasol's got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Fox kicks to Randall. Back to Fox. Pass to Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for Sacramento.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Now, here's Gasol. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Knocked away. Fox dishes to Randolph. Basket counts. Randolph's got 4 points this quarter. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
Some changes for Sacramento. Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Ben McLemore in for Iman Shumpert. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half. Jackson passes to Fox. The dish to Randolph. Back to Fox. Over Conley. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Fox. Memphis has gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Conley kicks to Gasol. There's the pass to Selden. Lets a floater go, but they'll get another chance. 6 on the shot clock, and here's Gasol outside. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Cauley Stein. Sacramento moving it around. Over Green. Misses off the right iron.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Selden kicks to Anderson. Outside Conley. Green with a screen for Conley. Drains the three-pointer. Conley's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Grizzlies.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
Left side Randolph. Stolen by Conley. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. Bagley comes in for Zach Randolph. And Farrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Then for the Grizzlies, Parsons checked in for Jermichael Green. Brooks comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Mike Conley. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bagley. And that one, good. Bagley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's just an attacking player. A guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
3 seconds left. Can't hit that one. And so it's Memphis with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. You know, that's our strength anyways. And for us, you know, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
When you think about giving up 3 or 4 extra turnovers, that can mean 8 or 9 points at the other end. That's why every coach preaches it. Take care of the basketball. Bottom line, they need to protect the ball and play under control.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
Yeah, scoring consistently from range. He really lit it up there in the first half.
Yeah, the defense has to adjust, extend out to him in the second half, and that could create a lot of floor spacing.
Here's Fox. Inside, it's Zebo and Cauley Stein. Fox is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Jackson in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Here's Cauley Stein. And off a screen on Gasol. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. For Sacramento, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. And here is Conley. Gasol a screen. The 3. Conley's shot is off. The Kings trail by 5. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. Shoots off the screen. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And for Sacramento, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. Fox kicks to Jackson. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Randolph passes to Jackson. Inside. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Fox.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Gasol dishes to Conley. Selden kicks to Gasol. Over Cauley Stein. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And that's 10 points for Marc Gasol. Cauley Stein a screen. The drive by Shumpert. And Shumpert slams it in.
I like the decision by Shumpert there. Got a step coming off that screen and made him pay.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Anderson against Jackson. And Anderson kicks to Gasol. Bangs home the trifecta. Gasol's got 13 points. Steve, while he was interim head coach last season, J.B. Bickerstaff certainly won over the players' approval.
Marc Gasol said he's done a tremendous job with the tools he was given and with what he was allowed to do. Mike Conley simply stated he deserves this job. The Grizzlies brass was impressed enough that they didn't conduct a coaching search.
Green with a screen on Fox. Pass to Green. No good with the triple. Kings have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Randolph. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Conley kicks to Gasol. Green, the screen. Gasol passes to Selden. Makes it off the glass. He has 7.
I love that. You see the poise of Gasol running the offense to perfection.
Outside Randolph. Dishes it to Jackson. Back to Randolph. 6 on the shot clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Fox. Gasol trying to free himself up. Fox, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Brooks comes in for Wayne Selden. Conley against Fox. Green dishes to Brooks. Out to the right wing. There's the pick. Anderson inside. Jackson on him. Brooks misses. The Kings trailing. Okay, time now for an injury report. And now let's check in with DA to see how Bogdan Bogdanovic's injury is doing. David.
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with Sacramento's head athletic trainer, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. And if he were to be out with an injury now, it would really hurt this team, Kevin, because they count on him to do so many things.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Here's Jackson. After the made shot from Zach Randolph. Conley inside the line. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's Jackson on the assist by Shumpert. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Kings. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Conley kicks to Jackson. Over Cauley-Stein. And Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got 6.
I'm not sure if he was trying to show off or what, but when you're that open, you got to go straight to the basket. The fadeaway was clearly a bad choice.
Now here's Shumpert. He's got 9. Over Brooks. It's rebounded by Memphis. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now a 4-point Memphis lead.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Randolph against Green. Now here's Shumpert. Defense right on him. Nice D from Brooks.
And all the skill used on that crossover. Might want to save a little bit for the finish. Unable to convert there.
Now here's Anderson. He's got 5. Green, the screen. Jackson has the open look. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
Fox passes to Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a look here at the shot chart for Shumpert.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line and build some confidence.
That free throw, no good. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Bagley comes in for Zach Randolph. McLemore's checked in for Shumpert, and Yogi Ferrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Then for the Grizzlies, Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. Brooks comes in for Anderson, and Mack subbed in for Mike Conley. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the Suns matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And really, Shelvin Mack is more than a perimeter scorer. He's a good distributor and a great teammate.
The Kings making a switch here. Shumpert's checked in, and Mack drops them both. The Kings trail by 5. Stolen by Brooks, and there's a whistle. It goes on him on Shumpert. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Grizzlies have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far, and Jackson throws it down hard.
You look at that lead pass there, he just has such a great feel for the game. What I like about Dillon Brooks, the maturity. Physically, he came in NBA ready, and he already played a lot of important minutes for a great college team.
Parsons dishes to Mack. Back to Parsons. Good, and the nice assist from Mack. Parsons got the lead up to 9 now for Memphis.
They were so much better in the first half defensively, fighting over screens, quick rotation. We're seeing none of that right now.
Now here's Bagley. He has 6. Outside Shumpert. Just 5 on the clock. Down low, Klufus. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Well, Steve, with Dillon Brooks, a second-round pick, his rookie season was a tremendous success.
I agree. He shot the ball well, contributed on both ends of the floor. Really good rotational player, still with a tremendous upside. Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Now here's Mack. He's covered closely. And that one is off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Here's Bagley. Parsons with the rebound.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And Chandler Parsons, a player who's just had some bad luck with injury. You think back to when he was at full health and how impactful of a player he was. Still working to get back to that level, but it's been a long journey for Parsons.
And he sinks the second. And with Parsons, it wasn't that long ago he was a top small forward with his scoring and playmaking.
You know, at one time thought to be the ideal small forward, you know, to give you a little bit of everything on the floor, could get to the rim, could stretch it with the perimeter shooting, and a solid defender. His outside shooting, I think, still there, but the burst that allowed him to get good looks is something injuries may have taken away.
Here's Brooks. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Here's Jackson. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
Grizzlies have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. The Kings trail by 6. Ferrell kicks to Bagley. McLemore with a screen for Bagley. Back to Ferrell. Now Brooks looking for his first basket still in this one. Nobody near Parsons. His three-pointers off the mark. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Kufis, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Mack, the pass to Jackson. And another miss by Memphis. Kings shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. McLemore, some solid defense there from Jackson. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Marc Gasol is checked in for Dylan Brooks. And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Kings trail by 5. Farrell kicks to McLemore. A minute 42 left to play in the third. And he banks in the layup.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's Matt. He's got 7. Outside Gasol. Back to Mack. Clock at 4. From deep, Brooks. They get it back. Here's Jackson. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
Wayne Selden's checked in for Memphis. The Kings trail by 5. And 1:01 left in the third. Farrell passes to Bagley. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And how about the strength on display there? Even when you whack Bagley, he's outstanding at fighting through it.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And one of the youngest rookies when he came into the NBA, Bagley reclassified in high school so he could get to college a year early.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 6. Selden kicks to Gasol. Sacramento grabs the miss. Pass to Bagley. He nails it, and we're tied up. Bagley's got 7 now in this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Mack, the pass to Brooks. Back to Mack. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Brooks for 3. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Farrell. He's covered by Mack. Here's Bagley. And he overshot that one, missing. It's all tied in Sacramento. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Selden is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Shelvin Mack. Then it's Brooks. And it's Gasol at the center position.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
And so it's Memphis with it after the Kings pick up 2. Brooks kicks to Gasol. Drills the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
That's how you like to set up a big man for the shot. Gasol just catching it and letting it go.
Now here's Bagley. Covered by Parsons. From down in the low post, it goes. And that's 15 points for Marvin Bagley. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now, here's Gasol. It's rebounded by Farrell.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Here's Mack. He kicks to Brooks. From downtown, Sacramento grabs the miss. Bagley's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Farrell passes to McLemore. They set the pick. He dishes it to Bagley. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 3-point Sacramento lead.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
A nice shot by Gasol. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And there will be flashes when McLemore looks like the 7th overall pick in the draft, Steve, but they're right now few and far between.
Kevin, he hasn't quite broken through. The size and athleticism are there. Solid three-point shooter, but you never know exactly what kind of minutes he's going to give you.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Fox comes in for Ben McLemore. Memphis also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Kyle Anderson comes in for Marshawn Brooks. And it's Conley in for Shelvin Mack. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dave Yeager was just going over his game plan with his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win, guys.
And so here's Sacramento. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Here's Selden, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists now in the game. Kings have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Fox kicks to Farrell. Shot, high post. Here's Bagley. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. I mean, he knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
Now here's Gasol. At the elbow, Green. Back to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Here's Fox following the score by Memphis. Shot clock at 6. Farrell can't hit. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. They double team Conley. Gasol a screen. Here's Selden. Offensive rebound. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7. For Sacramento, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. Pretty nice efficiency there. Bagley with the bucket.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Memphis trailing here. Conley kicks to Gasol. Back to Conley. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 14 points for Conley.
Conley is so tricky down low, creating just enough space to get his shot over the defense.
Farrell passes to Shumpert. A pass to Fox. Another three for Sacramento.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Out to the right wing. Cauley Stein against Gasol. A steal. Here's Bagley. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Yeah, and Bagley has the reputation for showing variety. Can score in a different way on each possession.
Conley kicks to Selden. Gasol a screen. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. The pass to Fox. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Conley. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Back to Gasol. 5 on the clock, and the three ball is good. Gasol's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Grizzlies.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Fox passes to Cauley Stein. Here's Farrell on deep, and another three for Sacramento.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Now here's Green. Gasol dishes to Green. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Now, here's Fox. Cauley Stein passes to Bagley.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And he can't get the first one. And the Kings making a change here. Randolph has checked in. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Conley kicks to Gasol. To the paint. It's deflected. Here's Green, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, JaMychal Green is extremely gifted down low. A solid post threat who can get the job done down there.
Bagley sets a screen for Fox. It's rebounded by Memphis. Selden's got his 4th rebound in this one. Conley left side. Selden can't hit.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
Fox passes to Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Here's Selden. Outside Conley. Kicks to Anderson. Right side, Gasol. Back to Anderson. Green with a screen for Anderson. Outside, Green. Anderson trying to free himself up. Green, no luck.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
He's off on the first.
And he may not be converting every chance he gets at the line, but at least he's creating those opportunities. Love the aggressiveness.
He's off on the second.
And not doing anything to erase his reputation as a shaky free throw shooter. This game really only making it worse.
Kufis checked in for the Kings. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the paint. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Marc Gasol.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Now here's Shumpert. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
There's the pick. Back to Selden. Has to come. There's the 3. Grizzlies with a fresh shot clock.
It's interesting. Gasol entered the league as a big guy with raw tools. Now one of the most highly skilled centers in the game.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Marvin Bagley.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Sacramento leading by 4. Now here's Shumpert. Passes it to Randall.
You know, over the years, Zach Randolph has proven to be the perfect leader. He commands respect, and he gets it from his teammates.
Free throw good, Randall. So he gets them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Conley against Fox. Anderson outside. Gasol setting the pick for Anderson. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. No good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here is Conley following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Conley against Fox. And Kosta Koufos picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Bielitsa is checked in for Kosta Koufos. And so it's Memphis with it. 6-point game. And that one's good. Selden.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
Back to Fox. Sacramento moving it around. Green against Randolph. Back to Fox. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Zeldin, guarded by Shumpert. Fox with the steal. Right side Shumpert. Pass to Bielitsa. Beyond the arc. Here's Randolph. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Randolph's got 4 points in the quarter.
Zach Randolph did it again, showing once again how crucial he is to this team.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. To the middle, and stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Shumpert. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Michael Conley picks one up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And the Kings making a change here. Labissiere's checked in. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Here's Conley. Nails it. And now they trail by just 4.
Game on the line. You trust Mike Conley to deliver.
Fox kicks to Randolph. The dish to Labissiere. Back to Randolph. A pass to Labissiere. Shot clock at 5. Here's Fox. And it's off from 3-point range. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They trail by 5. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And this huddle up about 2 things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbounds.
And here are the Grizzlies now.
And whatever play they run has to be quick.
And with time working against them, even if they make it, they need to foul right away.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, it's felt like that all game. He is just aggressive and finds ways to snag rebounds out of thin air sometimes.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 7. 6 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a dejected group of guys. I mean, they've got a lot of pride, and just hadn't happened for them here tonight.
The most important thing to remember, it's not over, but they have to step up on both ends to have a chance.
Here's Parsons. The Grizzlies with another miss. So the Kings win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Zach Randolph. Zebo, what was the biggest difference tonight?
We just came out. We was more physical this game, but we came out with being aggressive, and that's what we had to do. We got stops and being aggressive, and you know everybody contributed tonight. It was a team win.
Physical is who you guys are, Zach. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.